Hey everyone, it's Brandon Haye from the League Winners. I'm happy to sit down and talk to UCF 2026 class commit, Charlie Jilek. So thank you, Charlie, for joining me.
Mister, thank you for having me.
No problem. So just start off with some introduction questions. How long have you been playing football, and what positions have you played?
I've been playing since I was 5. Started off in flag football and then made my way up to tackle. And I've played pretty much everywhere besides safety and corner. So just all over the field. I guess yeah, just everywhere. And ever since I kind of grew into a tight end and just a defensive player. hmm
Right, definitely. So uh, this is a question I've never asked, but I kind of wanted to know. Do you track recruiting rankings and see where you're at, and does someone kind of tell you if you get moved up or down?
Yeah, I don't think about recruiting rankings too much. I mean, I I look at them for sure, but I don't really I don't think about it that much. It's not something that really bugs me or just frustrates me. But I mean, people do sometimes talk to me about it, and they do let me know if I move up or something like that. But I mean, I'm just not too worried about that right now. I just feel like finding a place that's best for me and where I can develop and just grow as a player.
So let's kind of talk about your recruitment. Did you plan on leaving the Midwest, and what made UCF the place for you?
I was definitely open to moving out of the Midwest, and I mean, I wasn't totally expecting the University of Central Florida to recruit me because I'm all the way in Michigan. So it was definitely it was definitely unexpected when they reached out, but it was super exciting. And I mean, what made UCF for me was the people. I mean, just great coaches, players, and I mean, the campus was beautiful too. I was down there on April 1st for my visit, and it's a great place. I didn't know that the campus was so nice, and it was really cool.
Yeah, so you did visit. So were you able to do anything outside of the campus in the Orlando area, or did you mainly just hang out on campus during the visit?
I mainly just hung out on campus during the visit, but we were on spring break, so we were over on the other side of the state, so we just drove over for the day. But we got to check out a bunch of stuff. It was really cool, for sure.
Yeah, and so when you were picking UCF, were you looking for a certain offensive system, that kind of used tight ends more, or what were you really looking for?
I wanted to be involved in the offense as a tight end because I mean, some schools don't use a tight end as much as others, and UCF definitely fits the kind of offense that I was looking for. And I mean, I like how they use their tight ends, and it was fun to go to practice and watch them work and watch them get after it in their offensive schemes and their offense. So it was cool to meet the tight ends and talk to them about it and just see all the things that they worked on in just indie groups and when they were on offense. It was cool to watch, and it was cool to see tight ends getting so much action during practice. So. mhm.
So, as a tight end, that position takes a lot of time to develop. What aspects of the position are you trying to improve on the most right now in your high school?
I'd say my route running, but I mean, obviously you want to improve on everything every single year. But I mean, I guess my route running would be one thing that I guess I could improve on, and yeah, I guess route running for sure. That'd be yeah. Mm.
What do you think is the hardest part about playing tight end?
I think being able to be a key part in the run game as well as being a threat in the pass game because you got to be so versatile and be powerful off the ball, blocking somebody, blocking a D end, a D tackle, a linebacker, a safety. I mean, you just got to be able to block anybody, and also you got to be a threat in the pass game the next play after blocking somebody. So you got to be a well-rounded player and a well-rounded athlete. So it's like you really just got to be versatile, and I mean, it just takes a lot of work, and you just got to be a unicorn.
Yeah, we've seen some of that, in the NFL now with some of the tight ends, being more athletic than they were in the past. So, you're a bigger guy, a big frame. So, how do you kind of treat nutrition to make sure you put some good weight on that frame, but the good kind of weight?
I definitely make sure that I'm eating the right food, and I mean, I'm not eating too much, but I'm eating enough to where I'm putting on lean muscle, and I'm not getting any slower when I'm gaining weight. So I'm only getting faster as I'm gaining weight. So I just focus on building lean mass and just eating clean, eating a few times throughout the day, high protein meals, and I mean, I make sure I'm always hydrated. You know, just always working out, lifting, running routes, speed work, just it all.
Yeah. So, and then are there any tight ends that you try to model your game after, either ones that were in college or ones in the pros?
I'd say George Kittle, just because he's such a dominant blocker, as well as explosive threat in the pass game. Because I mean, I don't think people recognize how good of a blocker he is, but I mean, really, he's making plays for his team in the run game. People only really see the explosive pass plays that he makes, and just all his. He's just a threat in the receiving game, but he's really just one of the best blockers since maybe Rob Gronkowski. So
And before a game, how do you prepare both physically and mentally before any of your games?
I make sure I'm hydrated for sure. I think hydration is key for me. I'm always making sure that I'm drinking enough before the game, and I also make sure that I have enough electrolytes because that's super important when you're sweating. And I make sure that I'm stretched out, but I'm not stretched out enough to where I'm risking an injury, but I'm also super explosive. Because if you stretch out too much, then you're not as explosive. But if you stretch out just enough, then you're not going to risk as much injury, but you're also super explosive. And I just make sure I'm warmed up. And when I warm up, it's not like static stretching like that. It's usually just active, like movements like that. I mean, and I make sure my hips are all stretched out and all that, so you can be explosive. So, and mentally, I just make sure I'm locked in to do my job and to do what I need to do, the assignments I need to do to help my team win at the end of the day. So, I mean, I think that's the most important part. I think that's more important than physically. I think if you're mentally locked into the game, then you're going to be locked in to help your team win. So,
Yeah, and so for the rest of your high school career, what are some goals that you have for yourself?
for I want to get back to the quarterfinal game. Just we need to get back there. We had a tough loss this season, and I want to win to play for a chance to go to the title game at Ford Field. I think our team could do it, and I think we'll be really good in our conference and really good in our area. But if we can beat teams from across the state in the playoffs and the postseason, then we're gonna try and make a run to Ford Field. So that's just my biggest goal
Yeah, that would be exciting to play on Ford Field. So
for
that's a
sure.
good
Yeah, that'd
goal.
be
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, and we'll just close. What are you most looking forward to? Going to UCF and getting to Orlando. What are some things you're looking forward to?
I'm looking forward to being able to work out with the team and just develop as a player, as well as, I mean, being in Orlando really excites me. The location really excites me. Working with the coaches and the offensive minds there is going to be really, really awesome. And I mean, I'm planning on early enrolling, so I'll go down there after my first semester. So I'll be there early. I'll get a little bit ahead of the game, so I'm looking forward to it for sure.
Yeah, there's a lot of excitement with Coach Frost back at UCF. So, Charlie, thank you for joining me, and good luck
Yes,
with
sir.
the rest of your high school career. I can't wait to see you play for the Knights.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm looking forward to it. Thank you for having me.